Yes, welcome in the room and welcome to the space, baby. This is Him and Her Tarot, where I share messages of life, love, intimacy, and well-being, okay, for the divine masculine and feminine. These videos are intended for mature audiences only, okay? So don't take what does not resonate, and if it don't fit, it don't ship, all right? Anything else you need to know from me will be in the description box below. On that note, this is Empress checking in. Ooh, that just felt so good. This is gonna be a good energy. We're gonna have a good fucking night, good fucking night, good fucking night. So you guys, I was not intending to come and do this video today. I was going to save it for tomorrow. However, it has been on my mind for the past few hours. So I was like, let me just go ahead and be obedient and do the damn video, right? So I have some numbers that I'm going to give you guys. And of course, now when you are watching my videos and I do include numbers in the readings, I will be giving you the Strong's and Concordance definition, as well as the energy, vibration, frequency, or of the angel number, or the numbers that I will be talking about. So the numbers for today are 757, which I just saw, and that was really what prompted me to come on and do the video, because I was like, all right, I hear you. So 757, 747, 919, and 828. So in one of my videos from earlier today, I cannot think of which one exactly, how far back it is, but it was the first one that I posted for today, which is May the 20th, 2024. I talked about how this particular message was a sort of continuation, if you will, in that message. So this one should have been the first one, but that one was the one that stood out to me the most to do first. Okay, hopefully all of that made sense. But if it didn't, it's okay. Let's get into these numbers though. So 757, when we look at the vibration of these numbers, 757 is to rule and to begin in Strong and Concordance. 747 is founder, leader, originator, or prince. 919 is false prophet. And 828 is Augustus, which is a Roman emperor. Okay. Now, getting into more of the spiritual side of it, when you break 757 down, or you deduce it down, it comes down to a 10 or 1. And we know that 10 is about new beginnings, 1 also about new beginnings, 7 being the number of awakening and spiritual transformation, decision making, just that spiritual ascension, that higher level of consciousness. And then we also had that 7 repeat again in the 747, except the 4 is about solid foundation. And when you add 747 all the way up, you get 18. And if you deduce 18 down, it gives you 9. Now the 919 and the 828, both of those, 919 deduces down to 10, and 828 deduces down to 9. So we literally have 10, 9, 10, 9. The numbers are mirroring each other, all right? And we're going to get into my notes about what I channeled from this, and then I'm going to get into my Celtic astrology deck. And again, I'm going to use my Neo Tarot deck that I've been using all day long to do my readings for today. And I'm going to be using that deck more often. So, 919 and 828. There may be someone who sits in a position of power or authority who undermines your work. You that is watching this video, if you resonate with this video. Somebody may be undermining your work who sits in a position of authority. This is what I got from this, okay? Or they are undermining your potential, okay? That definitely came through really, really heavy. Masculine energy also came through very heavy. And I've been picking up on masculine energy a lot today in my other readings. So if you are a masculine out there, you resonate with operating predominantly in masculine energy, then this may very well be for you. And you could be male or female, okay, in this position. This person may even abuse their power, or it could be a group of people. But I was getting specifically a person. And when I did my other video earlier today, the first video I did for the day, I was also talking about the recent incident with the Iran president whose helicopter crashed. And I won't even lie, like I really started channeling from that incident on this particular reading first. And then the one that I posted earlier today, then I was channeling it for that one too, which is why I said it was a continuation from this message here. Okay, but this could also be a career, like you could work in an office and this be the case. But what I was getting was more so political affiliation or like government affiliation, things like that. So there may be someone who is abusing their power and they come off like a know-it-all, and you may really be the one that does all the work and receives none of the credit. So I'm getting that the roles are now reversed, or they are reversing soon. There's a cycle with this person that's coming to an end, and that was when I started channeling from the accident with the, well, I don't know if it was an accident, but with the helicopter crash. But there's a person. This person, this cycle with this person is coming to an end, so you can take your rightful position, is what I'm getting. And there's the position that you're stepping into, although it may seem like just a step up from what you're currently doing, once you get into that position, it's going to shift the entire, like, atmosphere. Because you'll be the person who is rightfully made for that position. And what you will be bringing to the table is going to change. It's literally going to shift the whole dynamic of the department, of the company. Like, your name is really going to ring bells. I just picked that up right now. I'm hearing that, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Okay? You have someone speaking up for you as well. Whether you know this or not, but there's someone who sees that you are the real deal. They see your potential. They see your work. And they're just like in the background, quietly taking notes and, you know, just documenting everything, watching how you move. But this person is also going to be the one that stands up for you. And you may never even know that this person spoke up for you. But there's someone among you, and they don't have to be in your department. This could be somebody even in a higher position than the person that's trying to cause havoc in your life. But they're going to speak up for you so that you can be seen and heard, okay? And you may be someone who keeps their head down and just does your job, right? Like, you don't complain. You probably just mind your business. You come in, you clock in, you do your job, and you go home. Like, that's your MO for somebody out there. But your team, your spiritual team and God is like, nah, son, nah, daughter. That's your throne right there. That's where you are supposed to be sitting, and we're going to sit you there, okay? No more of this meek energy. No more of this selling yourself short, playing small, because you know exactly what you bring to the table. But sometimes we have certain people who also see exactly what we bring to the table, and they don't want you there, okay? Because you outshine whatever it is that they lack. You outshine even whatever it is that they bring to the table. this person may not even do their job really well. Like, they probably are terrible at it. And everybody probably complains about it, right? And you may be the person that even other coworkers or, you know, people in the building may come to for things they should be going to that person for. Now, on the other hand, this could also be a passing on of the baton. Maybe it's somebody else's turn to step down. And this is only for a few people, because I really was leaning more towards the false prophet scenario. And so when I say false prophet, I mean whoever is in this position that is taking all your credit and, you know, not giving you any kind of recognition, not even on the low, like not even in private. You know, it's one thing to not do it publicly, right? But then not even in private, not even a thank you, I appreciate you. You probably don't even get no kind of employee appreciation recognition or any of that, right? So that's what I mean when I say false prophet. This person comes off like they are so much bigger and better and holier than thou in their position, and it's really like you're not even that good. Like, you're not good at all at what you do. Nobody likes you. It's one of those. And I don't want us to take these terms literally, because we aren't living in those biblical times where the Strong's and Concordance comes from, where it pulls from. But the energy still applies and can be applied to the way that we live, work, and play today. All right. So let me get into this Celtic astrology deck. Now, with this deck, it's not really, it's not even, first of all, it's not even a thick deck. Okay. There's only a few cards. But what this deck is about is really just for, how do I want to explain this so that it makes sense? So each card has, an animal, right? And with each animal, each card in the deck, it comes with a breakdown of if you were born under a certain window with, let's say you were born during Salmon, whatever time frame that is. Let's just say it's from November 21st to December 15th. Let's just say if you were born during that time frame, it has like a specific set of characteristics and traits that you embody. And this can be helpful when it comes to you standing in that position of power and really owning it, honing in on it, okay? Because you may have the natural skill and talent, but you may lack the confidence, not only just to speak up for yourself, but to be able to maintain that position. So what I'm hoping is that by using this deck, it will give you a little something extra, a little extra boost in your confidence, a little extra pep in your step, so that when the time comes for you to claim that throne, you can do it with conviction, you can do it with confidence, and you can do it with clarity, okay? So let's see what comes out. I'm only going to pull 3. And we'll get to the guidebook to read what... Ooh, okay, so we have 2 so far. We have... Okay, Alder the Trailblazer, and that's the number 4. Okay, it's got some foxes up there. Yeah, it looks like fox. Okay, we also have Rowan the Thinker. That's the number 2. And that has, what is that? A cat in the background. And let's see what else we have. One more. This deck is so small, I feel like I'm not really shuffling anything. Okay, let's see. Give me one more card. Okay, and we have Vine the Equalizer. the number 10. So we have 4, 2, and 10. Okay, let's see what the guidebook has to say about these cards. Oh my. So the Vine card is for if you were born between September 2nd and September 29th. And the animal associated with this card is the swan. Then we have the Thinker, which is those who are born between January 21st and February 17th. And like I said, the cat is the animal for that card. And for the Trailblazer, the dates are March 18th through April 14th. And of course, the fox is the animal for that. So let's go see what the breakdown is. We'll start with the number 2, which is the cat. This is your animal ally. So this could be for somebody who either likes cats, you may have cats, or you could just live in an area where there might be a lot of stray cats and they could be particularly drawn to your house or your wherever it is that you live in your area. Hold on. I gotta open the book up all the way. All right. So if the breakdown is if you were born during the season of Rowan, you are not likely to follow the crowd, but must listen to the calling of your soul in making life decisions. Come on, baby. What did I say? When you step into that role, you're going to need to have clarity, confidence, and conviction. All right? This may make you seem eccentric to those whose spirits are not so untethered. You strive to understand the workings of the world and the universal mysteries behind them. You know that there are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Rowan is the witch's tree, and it draws forth the inner knowing that is the essence of all true magic. Action must follow thoughtful reflection. The bright spark of a new idea should be nurtured into a steady fire of creativity. So not only when you step into this role are you going to need to have that clarity, conviction, and confidence, but once you're in it, you're going to need to maintain that, especially if you're somebody who has a lot of bright ideas. Like I said earlier, the person in the position of authority who may be trying to block you, they probably are the type that likes to take ideas from people like you because they're fresh, they're vibrant, they're practical, they make sense. They're everything that person wishes that they could do. And so they would rather take the credit from you than to actually put in the work themselves or even ask you, like, learn something from you. It's giving a very arrogant energy, like somebody who just feels like they're, again, so much better than everybody else, even though they're feeding off of, they're like a bottom feeder. I mean, honestly, they may be in a higher up position, but they are very much giving parasite energy, bottom feeder energy, and leech energy, okay? Let's read the Trailblazer. The animal ally, again, is the fox. And your keywords for this card is enthusiasm, boldness, and warmth. And I'm sorry for the Thinker, the keywords were knowledge, idealism, and originality. So let's get into the Trailblazer. If you were born during the season of Alder, you have a personal warmth that draws people like a welcoming fire. Didn't I say you may be the type of person that everybody else comes to for stuff? Not just because you're good at what you do, but just your vibe, your energy. Like you give a teamwork makes the dream work energy, right? You give a collaborative effort energy where even if you were to be sitting in a position of power, you don't come off like you're looking down on anybody else. So finishing up, if you wish, you will never lack for friends and good company, but your adventuresome spirit may be hard to keep up with. Alder folk want to move and explore, always taking in new and the unknown. They want to fill every moment of life with vital experiences and their enthusiasm is contagious. The rising restlessness of spring is strong in the alder-born. You may tend toward impatience with those who are more hesitant or less confident. Let your natural kindliness lead the way, or strike out on your own. All right? So, again, for you to be the type of person that brings so much to the table, that can bring people together, you're always like hungry for more. You may not show this outwardly. Maybe when you get home behind closed doors, you're just like, man, all right, what can I do next? Like, how can I level up? It may even be coming from a place of self-doubt sometimes, because of whoever this person is that is trying to block you. They may have you feeling like you're not doing enough or you're not enough. And I just want to let you know, if you resonate with this trailblazer energy, baby, you are more than enough. Okay? And you have not only the support of your spiritual team, the support of your work team, or whatever environment that this is. That's all you really need, okay? And I told you, there's somebody in the background that's speaking up for you. So things are moving as long as you want it. Okay? You have to want it at the end of the day, no matter what happens with this other person in the position of authority. You have to want it. Now let's get into the last card, which is Miss Ma'am the Equalizer. All right. The keywords here are graceful, fierce, and devoted. Those born in the sign of the Swan are spiritually evolved, eloquent, and expressive. They are beautiful both within and without. Though the Swan is known for its serene grace, it is fiercely territorial. Okay? Don't go fucking with swans and find out. I'm going to tell you now. I ain't never did it, but I've seen it. And baby, as beautiful as they are, swans can be mean as fuck. All right? Swan folk are passionate in relationship. But when I say mean, I mean they ain't going to mess with you unless you mess with them. That kind of mean. All right? And once you mess with them, that's it. You marked for life. All right? Swan folk are passionate in relationships and devoted to their mates and offspring. They protect what they love. The swan-born have a strong instinct for when the time is right for change. When the call comes, they take to the air with no regrets. Okay? The swan and vine together exalt the qualities of harmony, happiness, and love. The shadow they cast may take the form of defensiveness, temper, or overindulgence. Okay? So what I'm getting, now that we've got all the cards out the way. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. I read for... Oh, okay. So let me take that back. I read for the swan because there's 2 number 10 cards. And I was reading for the swan, not for the equalizer. So hold up. Oh, they got me on that one. Okay. But it's still the same as far as the dates that I gave you, September 2nd to September 29th. I wonder why there's 2 though. Okay, well, anyway, the equalizer. If you're born during the season of the vine, that's crazy. Anyway, if you're born during the season of the vine, you have the ability to see both sides of any question and understand them both. This makes you compassionate. I'm going to put the swan card out there anyway, though, because maybe that 1010 could be significant for somebody. But you have the ability to see both sides of any question and understand them both. This makes you compassionate and empathetic, and it also makes you change. It can also make you changeable and indecisive. With experience, vine folk learn how to balance contradictions and come to a place of harmony. Okay, so that's why the 1010, and that is why they're both swan and vine together, because harmony. Okay? The fruits of the vine can refresh or inebriate, and it's important for you to be temperate. The vine born enjoy the finer things of life and are naturally drawn to luxury and elegance. Happiness comes when you balance this with generosity to those less fortunate. All right. Now that we got that cleared up, I want to say, I'm still sticking by what I was going to say before I realized I was reading the wrong card. But whoever you are, as you may be in this thinker energy right now, you may be realizing that it's time to step into this new energy of change. You may not realize that you're getting ready to step into this throne, but you feel something on the horizon. You feel like it's time to maybe turn within, get some clarity, maybe refocus and figure out what your next move is going to be, right? You could very well be a trailblazer, have that trailblazer energy. Now, you could be one person I'm talking to and embody all of this energy, okay? So I just wanted to clarify that. But that's when you get into this trailblazer energy, right? And once you are where you want to be, once you have acquired this position, you're going to have balance, though. Okay, because it is very, very easy, especially when it comes to careers that are government affiliated, law enforcement affiliated, things like that. It's very easy to get into the ego and power trip. And that could be what was happening with the person who's trying to block you from this position. Maybe they got into that position and, again, I said earlier, they started abusing their power, okay? So you want to make sure you stay balanced in this swan energy, but also if people try to come for your neck, definitely be prepared to protect, okay? Bars. I be having bars for days. But no, seriously. If anybody tries to come for your position, tries to come for your neck, there's going to be shots sent, okay? When you're in that kind of position, there's always somebody, somewhere, gunning for your spot, right? So you may also find that other people on like leadership team, let's say for instance, they may really rock heavily with the person that's trying to block you, which is why I said earlier it could be a group of people. So you may still have to work with some of those people. So just be prepared to protect your neck, all right? Let's get into the tarot deck and see what comes out. My, not the whole deck want to fall on the floor. Okay. Uh-oh. We have the Six of Pentacles. And I will read from the guidance for these. Oh, what's that? That one felt like, ooh, Ace of Cups. Yeah. And yeah, whatever this position is, you about to be paid, drinking lemonade in the shade, the world. Paid and drinking lemonade in the shizade. What you saying? Handling your biz naive. Shout out to Scrappy. If y'all don't know, you don't know. Just if you don't know, you don't know. I ain't even gonna try to explain it. But handling your biz naive, like I said. Alright, what we got? The Star card. Like, what? If made for this was a person, baby, it's you. It's you. Let's see if we can get one more. My Lord. Now, the Neo Tarot deck is more so about... it's more so related to self-care, but, ooh, Ace of Wands. My. This is good. It's more so related to self-care. So I think it will be beneficial to take what comes from here and apply it to what we pulled from the Celtic deck to just, like I said, help you along your way, give you that extra pep in your step. Okay, let's see what the guidebook has to say about this. Wow. All right, we're going to start. I don't know why I always start from the back with the major arcana, so we're going to go with the World card first. The themes are enlightenment, fulfillment, the end is the beginning, and freedom. So when I first started, I gave y'all the numbers 10, 9, 10, 9, right? The end is the beginning. I won't ever make it up, all right? Your affirmation is, I attain my life's purpose when I embody my oneness with the universe. And when we were talking about the Swan card and the Vine, the equalizer, it did mention about having that spiritual connection, that higher level of enlightenment, okay? Now, the meaning of the World card indicates completion and great accomplishment. At best, it means the attainment of the highest level of consciousness. Okay, I didn't even read that before I said what I said about the Swan. A spiritual triumph. Evolution is inevitable. So it's not like you can really, you can say no to this opportunity, but do you really want to? Because looking at the spread, do you really want to? Okay? But unlocking your achievements also means moving into a whole new cycle. This is going to be like a whole new world for you. Even though you've already been pretty much doing the work, but it's a whole new ball game, okay? Celebrate the incredible things you've done and look forward to what's to come. Know that your most liberated, successful self is just a partial into something new. Welcome in a glorious new chapter and know that it will be great, okay? The self-care for this card is play some emotionally uplifting music through your speaker or headphones. Close your eyes, dance, just start dancing, even a little bit. After the World card, the major arcana cycles right back down to the Fool again. So once we get to that 10, we start going back. So the 10, 9, 10, 9, okay? Are you willing to be foolish? Notice your insecurities as they come up. What would it be like to be rid of them? Dance as you ponder this question. So whatever it is that may have you being stuck in that thinker mode, or maybe denying yourself the allowance of this cycle to take place in your life, that maybe need to be what you are reflecting on. Like, what is this that's triggering you into that? And not just the fact that you got people hating on you, okay? Because yes, we know that that's a factor. It's always going to be a factor. There's always going to be somebody who's not satisfied. But that's not your problem, and it's not your job. Your job is to walk in this position, walk into this star power like you know who sent you, okay? The Star card the theme is about cleansing, renewal, hope, and healing, okay? So as we were saying with the World card, whatever it is that you feel may be holding you back, whatever insecurities you might have, now is the time to start working through that, okay? Now is the time to start healing that. Your affirmation is, I have the power to heal. I am a beacon of hope for others. Like I said, when you get into this new position, man, are you going to fucking kill it, okay? You are going to kill it. But you got to be ready. You got to believe. You got to be convicted. And you're going to have to stand 10 toes down. The meaning of the Star card in the self-care, as it relates to self-care, this basically is the self-care card. You've made it through difficulty and now it's over. Now it's time to heal yourself and start again. There's that starting again energy, okay? Picking up the pieces and cleaning your wounds isn't easy. Stay patient and be gentle, okay? Be graceful like the swan. Be gentle with yourself. Through self-empowerment and hope, you can wake yourself up to the highest truth. That believing in yourself will help you overcome any trauma. I can definitely relate to having someone who's over you in a leadership position who is really just trying to make your job so very fucking hard. All you want to do is come to work and do what you got to do. You may have even loved your job at one point, and then because of this fucktard, now you're like, man, I don't even know if I still want to be here. So before you go jumping out the window, throwing the bathwater out with the baby, just hold on a second. Sit with yourself for a little bit and really think about this. Really separate that energy that someone has put onto you from your energy, because that's not who you are. That's who someone has triggered you into being or traumatized you into operating as. Okay? Rejuvenation and contentment are coming. Use your empathic gifts on yourself so you can help heal the collective and leave a beautiful legacy. You hear that? Legacy. I'm hearing Jay-Z and Beyonce. Legacy, legacy, legacy. Okay? This is what you were made for. You were born for this. There's so much more on the other side of this. So much impact that you're going to be able to make just because of who you are and how you operate. You have so much humility. You're humble. But the humble, that does not mean you get walked all over. That does not mean that you play it small and shrink yourself. So the self-care for this card is to take a cleansing energy, clearing bath, or use a pool or the ocean. Take time to gently scrub the skin all over your body, imagining that blockages and psych grime of other people's negativity and your own past pain are being stripped away. Think about how grateful you are to be here, breathing. Let yourself feel at peace and promise to keep healing yourself around and the world. Keep healing yourself and the world and around the world, okay? Because you may touch lives outside of your immediate location that you don't even know about. Like when I say your name is going to ring bells, it's going to ring bells. And not just the ones where you live at. Let's see, what do we have next? Ace of Cups, the Wand, Ace of Wands, and okay. So let me get into my cups. My cups, my cups, my cups. My goodies, my goodies. Hey, my goodies. Not my goodies. I don't know why that just came out. But anyways, the Ace of Cups. The theme is emotional abundance, grace. There's that swan energy again. Divine connection. Okay, there's that world and swan energy again. And healing. And there's that star energy. The affirmation is, through limitless self-love, I find purpose and fulfillment. The meaning of the Ace of Cups points to the endless overflowing love that's available to you. Your potential for peace and spiritual satisfaction is boundless right now. Take this as a revelation to tap into. Let your intuition and inner knowing guide you as you explore the depths of your emotional potential, bringing what's inside you, wells of divine joy and insight out into all aspects of your life. This is why your name is going to ring bells. This is why you're going to have such a huge impact, probably on a level that nobody has in that position before, because you bring such a spiritual aspect to a place that probably has none. They probably have not had anybody like you on the team, and that's why you have somebody who's in the background like, I see what old boy and old girl doing. Okay, I see how they're moving. That's the type of energy that transforms companies. That's the kind of energy that creates innovators and that can take you from a nobody to a somebody. And of course, we're all somebody. Okay? Let's just put that out there. But what I mean is on a level that you probably have never even thought of yourself before. Excuse me. Let's get into the Ace of Wands. Oh, there it is. The theme is inspiration, vitality, fiery beginnings, and desire. Fire and desire, baby. Am I talking to divine counterparts here? Cause what? Why am I channeling these songs? Anyway, the affirmation is I fully commit to making my passions a reality now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, not next month, but now. The meaning is bursts of creative energy are elusive, and we can't afford to sleep on them. Without action, they can burn out quicker than they were sparked. So we talked about action with the Trailblazer card, okay? And that's also a card that was talking about passion and desire and the hunger for more. But, okay, they can go out quicker than they were sparked. But by doing, we strike a match on the force of life itself, turning it into a new venture of self-expression and transformative opportunities. The Ace of Wands is sometimes referred to as the Nike card. It says, just do it, okay? Just do the damn thing. This moment has the potential to change everything, but your will is the follow through. So remember when I said you gotta want it? Like, it's there for you. The energy is potent. The time is right. Everything is aligned, but you have to want it. So the self-care for this card, excuse me, in Kundalini Yoga, the breath of fire is a rhythmic breathing technique with equal emphasis on the inhale and exhale, no deeper than sniffing. It's said to activate your solar plexus, okay? That's where we get our personal power, confidence. It's represented by the color yellow. So if you think about that, you think about the sun. When you think about the sun, you think about fire. You think about also Leo. Hey, shout out to my Leo gang. But that fiery beginning, like it said in the theme of the Ace of Wands. So it activates your solar plexus and releases natural energy around the body, among other things. Look it up and practice doing it for a few minutes each day for a week. Noticing if you feel more energized. If you enjoy it, make it a part of your morning routine. Breath work is so powerful, y'all. Like, if you've never engaged in breath work, or just, it doesn't even have to be an organized breath work activity. Just noticing your breath. Noticing how very powerful that breath is. And using that to your advantage. It not only has health benefits, but it has energetic benefits as well. All right, so our last card was the Six of Pentacles, and the theme is charity, asking for help, benevolence, and balance. The affirmation is when I'm ready to receive, life gives me exactly what I want. I told you, you gotta want it. You gotta be in the position to, when you want it, that means you are also open to receive it, to allow it. Now, some people want it and they don't know how to allow it. They don't know how to receive it. And so when the opportunity presents itself, they miss it, which is why dropping down into yourself and really gaining that clarity, making sure that you are not only physically ready for the job, but you're mentally, emotionally, and energetically ready for it, so that you can allow it to transpire. All right. So the meaning of the Six of Pentacles can point to generosity, sharing, and social justice, but it can also indicate the law of attraction, the synchronicity that means you get what you need as soon as you most need it, as if by magic. I told you there's people working in the background, okay? You may not even know that you are being considered for this position. But it could be that you really need this. Maybe financially you need it. Mentally, of course, emotionally you need it. But you may not even realize that anybody's even thinking about you like that because, like I said, you keep your head down, you do your job, and you go home. Okay? Either way, it's a card of gracious giving and receiving rather than excessive abundance. It could even be thought of as the light on the end of the Five of Pentacles. Now, I don't have the Five of Pentacles pulled up, but yeah. The Five of Pentacles tunnel. Your self-development has seen you through the darkness and you can collect your karmic check. All right? So if you were in that Five of Pentacles energy and you were trying to figure out, is there any light at the end of the tunnel? Because you feel stuck. Okay? You may not know which way to go. Like I was saying earlier, you might be thinking that you need to just give this up altogether. Maybe at one point you really loved it. But there is light at the end of the tunnel, and let me just say, Star card, the light is you. The self-care for this card is practice asking for help. Maybe it's a lift to work, a loan, or an endorsement. Find some small manageable things that you're struggling with and take ownership of getting assistance with them. Knowing you're doing all you can to help yourself, even if it's just a listening ear of someone who gets it. Keep your eyes open for opportunities to receive. Okay? When we start actively practicing receiving from others, and by actively asking for help could be one of those ways. And if I am talking to someone who is predominantly in their masculine energy, that could be something that's hard for you, asking for help, because you feel like you're the person that has to do it all. You feel like the person that has to handle everything. Everybody comes to you. You don't go to other people. Other people come to you. And I'm definitely, for sure, picking up on fire signs with this one. Probably even some earth signs as well. I'm noticing all the green. But yes, you could be the type of person who feels like you are the one that has to have it together at all times. But what happens is that you usually do not receive help very well either. And you usually will not receive other forms of recognition, appreciation, validation, even everyday compliments. They may feel uneasy to you. You may find it hard to just accept it and keep it moving. Just say thank you and keep it going. You like, nah, I gotta one up you. So now let me figure out something I can do or something I can say. When sometimes it's just best to say thank you and keep it moving. You don't always have to be in that giving energy, which is what we were talking about with that Ace of Cups and, making sure that we have balance in all that we do. But especially when it comes to being in like a leadership position, because you do have a lot of people who will rely on you, but don't forget that there is no I in team. So don't become the leader that you despise. Don't become the leader who cannot follow. When I was talking about power tripping and abuse of power, it can, especially when you have a position that's like, finally taking the edge off. You got everything you need. Your finances are straight. You're able to make moves that you may not have been able to make before. And it's very easy to let all of that go to your head. So the equalizer is here to balance that shit out for you. Okay? Because if you let it get crazy, have you ever seen a vine that is not that has not been maintenance, like just a wild vine just growing like crazy? Especially those, I know that ivy is one of those vines, those that creep. They grow crazy. If you let it, it will spread everywhere like wildfire. Okay? When you don't have anything to maintain the balance with all this prosperity that you may be getting ready to walk into, or if you're still carrying trauma from whatever in the past, it can really fuck with you. It can really put you in a space of compromise, okay, and self-sabotage. So please, please, please make sure that you are including in your self-care, your day-to-day self-care, masculine, divine masculine. I know that's not something that we address enough in terms of self-care when it comes to the divine masculine. But even you, yes, deserve and should have a self-care plan or some kind of self-care practice that you do to keep you grounded, to keep you in an energy of balance and harmony, not only with yourself but with the people around you, family, friends, and even your work environment, okay? I really want you to consider that. And hopefully something I provided from this reading today gave you an idea of where to start if you do not, or something to include in your already self-care routine, okay? So on that note, I'm going to end this session here. I hope that it provided some kind of resonance with you, and if it did, definitely get down in the comments and let me know where it most resonated with you. Check and see if you are subscribed, because if you ain't, I don't know why. No, I'm playing. Definitely subscribe though if you enjoy the content I offer over here on this channel. But if not, no worries. I am perfectly okay with that. Turn on your notification bell though if you do subscribe, so that you don't miss any of the sessions with me. And I really, really thank you all for tuning in and checking me out on a day-to-day basis. I'm excited for the growth of the channel. Shout out to, again, my new subscribers. Like, y'all were really popping today. Like, the subscribes were going up today. So I appreciate that. And to all of my returning viewers, of course, I love you guys as well. I'll see y'all in the next one. This is Empress checking out.